Hi, Jim Sunderwirth coming to you from my swing here at my house. Hey, listen, we were talking yesterday, I kind of left you hanging because we were talking about the Ark of the Covenant, how that made out of acacia wood that was a long-lasting, perfect wood for something like this. Everything that's in this tabernacle, everything that God is pointing out, must realize it's so important that everything had to be just perfect. And so they had this acacia wood, they built the boxes, I think about 2 or 3 feet, 4 feet, and then a couple of feet wide and deep. So then they put the mercy seat on. Now the mercy seat was made out of pure, absolutely pure gold. And they say that this mercy seat, if it was just about 2 inches thick, that it would be worth about $10 million. That's how much gold was inside or made of this seat. So it was very, very expensive. And you know how it is, that everybody's looking for the ark. Everybody, if they could just find the ark, you know. I think Jeremiah said they buried it underneath where the Temple Mount was. So there's been people trying to dig that up for a long time. So, you know, Indiana Jones found it. We all know where the ark is. It's in Washington, D.C. somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, so but the ark was very special because it was where God dwelled, inside the Holy of Holies. You see, you had the outer tabernacle, you had the holy part, and then you had the Holy of Holies. And it was divided by a curtain, and this curtain was when it was in Solomon's temple, now not in this temple, but in Solomon's temple, when it was totally established, they said it was 60 feet tall, 30 feet wide, and about a hand spread thick of just solid goat hair. I mean, this thing was heavy, and this thing was a massive divide. And we will realize first that the ark was inside that Holy of Holies and on this mercy seat. Now, I want us to go to, I think it's Psalms 99. There we go. I want to go in Psalms 99 real quick. 99, and we'll read, I something? It's right here. Stay with me now. Here we go. So Psalms 99. Here we go. Psalms 99, verse 1. And the Lord reigns, let the people tremble. He dwells between the cherubim, let the earth be moved. So what am I saying? He said, now God says, I'm going to dwell with you, but where I'm dwelling, he said, remember we read it, and you can read it there in chapter 25, where it talks about the ark and the mercy seat. And he said, I'm going to dwell between the cherub and right there in the mercy seat. So remember what they had to do. Now God is going to communicate with the people through the tabernacle and the priesthood. Those two things. The tabernacle is going to talk of God. The priesthood is going to share. The tabernacle represents God with us in the Holy of Holies. The priest is going to be representing the people to God and God to the people. So there's going to be the go-between. All right. So now, as he's sitting there with the mercy seat, he said, now what I want you to do when you come into the Holy of Holies, and we'll realize this, when you come in once a year, the high priest is going to come in and he's going to bring the blood and he's going to sprinkle it on the mercy seat to cover the people for a year. And we're going to be talking about that. So it's very important. Number one of the most important elements that's in the tabernacle is the ark, which is in the Holy of Holies, which represents God himself. So we have the God, and we have who represents the Father. Now, that's where we have to understand how important it is that to get to the Lord, to get to the Father, we'll have the privilege of knowing him, and then we're going to be studying the next thing about the bread and the lampstand, and which are the three main things. So today I just wanted to focus on the fact that God said the ark is the most important thing because that's where the Father dwells. Okay, and then that's where he's going to speak from through the priest to the people. Aren't you glad today that we can be used today, even as priests? Jesus is our high priest. And then he says, I think it's 1 Peter 9:5, says that you're a chosen generation. You're a royal priesthood. Why? What's so important about that? Because we get to be the tabernacle where God dwells to represent to the people God and from God to the people. We are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that we should show forth the praises of him that's brought us out of darkness into his marvelous light. And we'll talk about that real soon, okay? God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.